because if it don't trickle down, then it don't matter, in my opinion. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be. You ever, if you're a Democrat, be a Democrat. If you're a Republican, be a Republican. If you're independent, be independent. If you don't vote, don't vote. Whatever you want to do. I'm not here to judge that. What I'm saying is, it's an exercise in self-esteem. I think it matters for you to say, okay, I know that we won. I know we achieved change because I see you shining. You up there in the White House now. You doing good. You doing well. But man, I still can't pay the light bill, and my family's falling apart because I've given more energy. I've given energy to things outside of my home that have taken away from my ability to give to my home. I spent so much time at the factory that my wife doesn't talk to me anymore. I spent so much time, trying to save the world that my own kids don't even know me anymore. They don't like me, right? I gave all my money to you, and now I don't have no money. I don't have nothing in my so change to me even that's very deep. So it's like, okay, when you're talking about achieving change, what does that mean? Right? Because in my view, tell me if you can hear what I'm saying on this. I really believe change has to start with your life, your quality of life. If it ain't changing, but then again, that's my bias. My mom and daddy used to say, "Well, I don't give a damn what they doing down the street. If they ain't paying no bills in my house, anybody got parents like that, grandparents like that? Like, if you ain't paying no bills in my house, I don't give a damn what you think, right? So because change for me means I can pay the bills, I'm gonna be healthy, my kids are safe, my wife, my family's solid, and then I can go change the world. Right? Then I can go out and I'm not saying that that always applies. I mean, sometimes making the sacrifice for greater good. I mean, it's all important, but I really think that what's happened is we've lost that balance to some extent. I think that um, black people get used a lot. And I think that we get used a lot because we don't value ourselves. And when you don't value yourself, you don't value what you have around you, then you'll spend time trying to get attached to what other people are doing. You'll spend time chasing around these shiny Negroes and these institutions and trying to be affiliated, wearing brands and labels and getting job titles and stuff because you really inherently are seeking the validation that you never really got. Because in the minds of some, you were born just a Negro, and who wants to be a Negro, right? And so I think when you're talking about change and you're talking about organizations as a catalyst to change, I'm in complete agreement with that. But I think the question then becomes, well, what organization are you talking about? And I think everybody, yeah, be a part of something, but think carefully about what that something is and whether that something actually benefits you in the way that you want to benefit. What I'm finding is that so many of our people are not happy. They feel stressed out and controlled by others. A lot of people are lonely now. And this connects to capitalism. Scott Galloway has been going around speaking about how so many men are lonely and isolated. Young people have given up on the concept of family and relationships. And also, this is the first generation, I think, ever, where the overwhelming majority of young people do not believe they're going to do better than their parents. And if your parents understand the capitalist system and invested and poured into you to prepare you to not only inherit what they've spent their lives building, but to also build on top of that, then that should be the case. There is not a single young person whose parents loved them and prepared for them and invested for them who feels that they're going to do worse than their parents. How the hell does that happen? How is it that you got to level 4 and I somehow feel like I'm going to end up on level 2?